Have you started planning your year of 2026 yet? Whether it is a new skill, health, or personal growth? So I guess English is on that list too. But honestly speaking, making a resolution is an easy part, while keeping it is way harder. Most people actually quit by like February or March or something like that. So in this video, I'm going to identify the enemies, the things that stop you from moving forward, and share exactly how to actually make it work. Let's address the biggest enemy first, not knowing your why. How many times do you opt for English learning simply because everybody else is doing it? So you start hoarding materials, doing grammar drills, or copying word lists, only to burn out. That kind of learning often leads nowhere since it is not relevant to you. If you generally don't have any reason behind English learning, then don't do it. So how do you find your reasons? Begin with the end in mind. I borrowed this idea from the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, a very good get going book, by the way. To do this, imagine when you are able to use this language to do whatever you want to do. What do we feel like? Would it be fulfilled? Would it make you happy? Proud? Write that down and put it somewhere you will see every day throughout the year. My own why was that I wanted to broaden my horizon by consuming English content online. I wanted to be able to talk with people around the world in the future, and I was fascinated by video games. And back then, many of them weren't available in Chinese, my native language. So I practiced English speaking and listening because I wanted to. There is another enemy: isolation. Isolation keeps us out of context, out of clear progress, and out of engagement. That's a big problem. When it comes to skill intensive activities like spoken English, something that doesn't come overnight, in fact, it is preferable to stay connected to others. So, my next tip is to stay connected by finding a person or a community. First off, I would say an online community is a gift for us today, thanks to the internet. And what I'm using right now is italki. I've been talking on this platform for a while and I find it rocks. You can choose either to kick off a structured speaking lessons or just strike up a casual conversation with a native speaker. For me, I often just use it to have conversations with native speakers to get my English muscle stretched up a little bit. And this is exactly why I want to do this on italki. I really want to get real interaction with native speakers with Lao Wai to get my English muscle strong.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I really like your sense of humor.
Communicate with Lao Wai, you better say it like this. He'll understand you better. But you can say that too. Just watch what happens.
That flexibility matters a lot to me because this way I can just learn English culturally, to speak English culturally. I think this is a phrase that describes the experience of talking on this platform very well. Just bringing up random topic like you do, or polishing their grammar.
Always study by topic. Don't worry about grammar. And they have to learn language culturally. There's very, very little grammar unless you're talking about writing. It's all important. Is the cultural use of verbs. They'll say verbal phrases and gerunds. No. Just say the cultural use of verbs.
Cultural use of verbs.
Includes, yeah, because it's cultural.
What I like about this platform most is the atmosphere. The teachers who are certified and experienced generally encourage you to speak more. They slow down when needed, adjust their pace, adjust their word choices, and create a space where making mistakes feels pretty normal. Are you talking to me like you normally do, or you made a special adaptation to me specifically? You like speak to others like this.
I have to speak. No, I speak at a much lower level for other people.
For students, right?
Like I couldn't speak. Yeah, if somebody was trying to earn like a 5.5 on the IELTS, I couldn't speak to them at this speed.
Okay.
And with this level of directness, no. But I mean, if somebody's looking for this level of directness, and I think somebody can handle this level, I do it sometimes.
This conjures up a positive cycle. You speak, you get encouragement, your confidence grows, and then you want to speak even more. If you are, in particular, a young learner, a young beginner, you know how important confidence is in the first place. Another great feature of italki is that it provides very flexible duration, schedule, and budget. You can choose to book a lesson whenever you are available at any budget you want. And because there are so many teachers on this platform, you can always find someone who fits your timetable. This is why I like italki. No pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a lot of freedom. So if it sounds helpful to you, I'll put a link in the description below. You can check that out. You can get $5 for free when you buy your first $10 lesson using my dedicated promo code. This offer is limited to the first 50 users. So other than that, if you prefer local face-to-face communities, you can always find one in your city. Just look around, I mean. Many cities have them. I joined a club in my province when I was in school, and it gathers very good teachers and learners. Or if you like, you can just simply find someone you can speak English with. But keep in mind to choose someone very good, someone who speaks fluently at least. Practicing spoken English with someone is like playing chess with someone. You only get to improve when you play against a good player. You don't get to improve at all if you always play with a weak player all the time. That's why I don't recommend participating in some kind of student-led English corners on the campus where everybody else is struggling in the same way, in the same level. It is a comfortable way, but it is not effective and helpful, I have to say. Next up, we need to shift our resolution to a long-term action plan. When people think about English, many of them often associate it with exams. That makes us believe that we can cram for a month or 2 months and suddenly get good grades. But real English skills, speaking, writing, or debating, or something like that, is nothing like test preparation. It takes time. It's like going to the gym. You can't expect yourself to lose like 20 or 30 pounds in 2 months and expect it to just stay off forever.
Well, it depends on their expectations, right? And what they need. If they want to test, then prepare them for a test. That's all. Don't expect them to, oh, I'm speaking English really well. You have to make it clear to them that speaking English well, where you can see advancement, it's going to take you a good 6 months. A good 6 months.
So how do we keep up the long-term game? First, figure out and decide how much time you can commit every day. It doesn't have to be very long. Even 30 minutes will do. 1 hour is even better and makes your training, remember. I got this idea from this book, How We Learn. So a very good effective way to learn is to mix different activities all together. This single hour of the day allocated for practicing can be distributed to your multiple tasks and scattered throughout the day, I believe. So the final step to keep your resolution, accountability. Once you have made up your mind, don't let less important things interrupt your plan. One of my grad school roommates worked out every single day. No matter how busy he was, he always left a very small time slot to get it done. Dude was insanely, nastily self-disciplined, and I pretty much admired him a lot. There's a very great exercise in this book, the Steal Like an Artist journal. It asks you to write down one thing you want to do consistently for the next 30 days, and every day you complete it, you cross it with a very big, obvious mark. The key here is pretty simple. Keep your growth visible. If you find it hard to keep self-disciplined, you can ask your friend to check you on, or you can post your progress, your work on social media. Just show your work. So hey, this is basically everything I would like to share in this video. If you'd like to have your one-on-one conversation with native speakers, go to italki.com with the link in the description below. If you enter my dedicated promote code, you will get $5 off for your first $10 purchase. And don't forget, happy learning. This is Shawn English here. See you next video.